Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever just wanted to hop in a time machine and go back to times when things were just so much simpler and the only thing you had to worry about was getting your homework done and whether or not they're going to have your video game at Blockbuster on a Friday night? Man, I sure wish I could do that still to this day. So this game right here is definitely going to give you the biggest nostalgia trip you could ever have, and all while doing it in virtual reality. So stay tuned with me as we hop into EMU VR. This game lets you emulate pretty much any old school retro system that you can think of. This game has actually been around for quite some time, but a lot of people are finally just starting to catch on with it because there's a whole lot of customization going on here, and it's actually finally running very, very smooth. Now, as you can see here, I barely could fit through the door. I kind of had to crouch to get through here, but this would pretty much be my room in the 80s and 90s. Let's flip on the light so you can actually see what's going on here. This is absolutely amazing. Everything in this environment is fully customizable. I mean, you can really do some cool things. Every single poster in here, the floor, the ceiling, the walls, the bed sheets, I mean, all of it is just customizable. So I'm going to take you through a tour of my room. First of all, we've got the Mega Man and the Jumping Flash. We got Mario right here, and of course, my girlfriend Brittany. Oh yes, you will be mine. Oh yes, you will be mine. Wayne's World, if anybody doesn't know, good movie. You got to see it. Only you boomers would know about that. Anyways, got Star Fox right here. I actually had that same exact poster of Brittany when I was a kid. It's pretty damn funny. Got Super Mario World map right there. Got hookup skateboards. Aerosmith from Revolution X. And of course, True Gamer for reals. Didn't have that one as a kid, but True Gamer was just a twinkle in my eye. There he is, though. The best part about this whole entire room, if you ask me, the bed sheets. Let me know in the comments below who had these bed sheets, because if you did, you are a superstar. These are the best bed sheets that any kid could ever have. I love those things. I can't customize this. I'm trying to figure out, but I also had, if you had these bed sheets, you also had the ceiling fan blades that also matched it. And if you were that cool and you were that kid, definitely let me know in the comments below, because that is a whole nother level of Ghostbuster fandom right there. That was super cool. Got my Let's Play. I love this retro poster. I used to have something like that. We got get down a little bit. We got Street Fighter 2, the Nintendo Power that introduced Legends of Zelda: Link to the Past. Always got to have a Link to the Past title screen. I got my Area 51 right there. ActRaiser was so good on Super Nintendo. The Matrix, I love that movie. I still do. Absolutely amazing. The Super Nintendo Eat, Sleep, Repeat. RoboCop on regular Nintendo was so dope. Bart vs. the Space Mutants on NES. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 on Genesis. Oh man. Turtles in Time. Time Crisis. I got a little Nintendo Switch poster, which of course wasn't there when I was a kid, but I threw that in there. It looks cool. Simpsons Arcade, that was a great game. And of course, Chrono Trigger. Who can ever forget about Chrono Trigger? So, now for the meat and potatoes of the actual game here. This is so freaking fun. You literally can pretty much, any emulator that you put on here, it pretty much generates a system for you for each one. At the moment, I got NES, Super NES, Nintendo 64. This would be Sega Genesis, but it pretty much populates as the Mega Drive, PlayStation 1, and PlayStation 2. And yes, as you can see, you can use the guns on PlayStation games. We're going to probably be playing a little bit of Time Crisis. I loved Area 51 and Revolution X. But I mean, you can literally customize anything on here. I mean, you can download the game, you can put any type of label you want on the cartridges. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Skate or Die, who remembers that NES game? That game was freaking awesome. And then RoboCop 2, that's one of the most badass games ever for the NES, no doubt about it. Then you got your blasters here. I love the blasters. Super Nintendo, I've got Zelda, Mario Kart, Super Mario World, Chrono Trigger, Donkey Kong Country, Turtles in Time, and a game that a lot of you probably haven't heard about, UN Squadron. We are going to probably play this game first. So in order to play the game, you just grab the back of the console here. As you can see, it's got a cord, and you pretty much just plug it in to your TV. And of course, you can move the console wherever you want to put it and stuff like that. Pretty much insert your game and hit power. Then I'm going to kneel right here just because that's just how close I'd be playing. And then you pretty much just hop into the game. Now, one thing I would like to see them implement somewhere along the line is when you start playing, the controller actually pops up in your hand. Even if it really isn't functional, I'd be super stoked just to see it in your hand. That would be really freaking cool. This is UN Squadron. If you've never heard of this game, it's basically like you're a fighter pilot, and it's just really cool. I loved everything about this game. One of my favorites of all time, no doubt about it. You had 3 characters to choose from. Always went with Greg Gates. He's got more health all the time. And basically you have targets that you shoot throughout the map and all this other stuff that kind of brief you on your mission. You had different jets you could choose with the more money you have. It was really cool. Now, one thing I do want to say, which is really freaking neat once you really get into some of these games, there actually is a section where you can put Game Genie cheats in and stuff like that. So if you're into that kind of stuff, don't worry. You can put them in here as well. I'm just going to kind of run through the first level here. I mean, this is absolutely an amazing game to play in VR. Like I said, almost everything is fully customizable. You can change your posters. You even have different types of TVs you can put in here. I mean, it's just crazy. Everything about it is nuts. Super throwback for those old school 8-bit gamers. I mean, you can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong with this at all. Like I said, this has been around for quite some time. A lot of people are finally catching on to it for some reason. I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but it's been around for a while. Oh no, damage. It's been so long since I've played this, it's not even funny. And if you've never heard of this game, now's the first time you're seeing it. This is one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. Besides A Link to the Past, I am all about A Link to the Past. Oh boy, it's been so long since I've played this. I mean, if anything hits you while you're hit like that, you get some serious damage done to you. It's wild. Oh, I forgot how to use the cluster. Oh, yep, and there we go. We died. So that's one of my Super Nintendo games. And to quit, you basically just pull the cords out of the TV, and that's that. So what I really wanted to show y'all, which is super freaking cool, I just want to show you the rest of the games I have. Super Nintendo, got Wave Race, Ocarina of Time, Donkey Kong 64, 007, and Super Mario World. Oh man, and on Sega, of course, you got Sonic 1 and 2, Turtles Hyperstone Heist, which was awesome. And here's one for you really throwback old school gamers, Green Dog. You're like a surfer dude in like a Mario platforming type game. This is a really cool game if nobody's ever played that. But what I wanted to show you is that you can actually use the gun cons on this. So we're gonna play Time Crisis because that's one everybody's pretty much familiar with. You know, I've got Area 51, Revolution X. There's Lethal Enforcers. You know, the whole 9 yards as far as that goes, and it's just amazing what you can play on here. You see, you got the gun con right here. You can actually spin it around if you want to, kind of act like RoboCop. Yeah, I love that. That's really cool. Super nostalgia. It's just amazing what you can do here. Oh, now steady that hand. There we go. Get the configuration done on it. Oh man, it's been so long since I've played this game. This is nuts.
There's been a kidnapping.
Skip through this so we can get to the game. Let's go with the arcade. Why not? Story, of course. Stage 1.
This nation would
Fast forward.
there. Shoot him.
Oh man, this is crazy. And like I said, if you ever wanted to use cheats, there's a cheat menu and just there's all kinds of stuff going on with this. It's just nuts. Absolutely nuts. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Look at this. So much fun. Reload, reload. And it's all mapped out to your I'm using a Quest 2, you know, on PC, so it's all mapped out to your Quest controllers. You know, most of the games are so old school, you're only using 3 or 4 buttons anyways. So your joystick is to move, and pretty much, you know, A and B is to jump and all that good stuff. But, I mean, every game is mapped out to your VR controllers. And you're literally just kind of like sitting in front of a TV, you know, playing. It's really cool. Absolutely amazing how they're doing this. Now, I just kind of want to speak a little bit about the game. I will leave all the links in the description below on how to download this. It is free to download. The only thing is, as far as getting your emulators and your actual games, they do not provide any of that. And legally, I cannot tell you how to get games or ROMs or those emulators. But all I can say is basically, Google is your best friend and just use it. But yeah, I will leave a link in the description below. Oh no, on how to download EMU VR itself. And it is a little bit complicated to install and customize things and stuff like that. But if you follow the step-by-step directions, you literally just follow it, and it's really not hard to do. To customize your posters and stuff, you do have to download images and kind of resize them a little bit just so they're fitting the templates that there's there. There's 31 pictures you can choose from. Same with the bedspread and the room and all that other stuff. You can definitely customize a lot of things, and you could spend a lot of time, you know, customizing your game cartridges, customizing your room, customizing your posters, even all the junk food that's laying around here. You can customize all that stuff, and you can really make the room your own. It's really cool how they put this together. And like I said, it does take a little bit of tinkering to get get it all together. You know, I probably spent 2 or 3 hours just doing all kinds of cool stuff. But once you do it, it's very satisfying and really neat. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. As you can see here, you know, playing Time Crisis, nostalgia overload. I mean, it's great. I absolutely love it. So, another cool thing you can do here, which I did not show you, is you can actually like import a VCR and have movies play in your room, basically like through a VCR. You know, there's a little VCR tape that shows up, and you can pop the VCR in with it connected to the TV like this, and as long as you have a movie downloaded, you can pretty much use, you know, like the MP3 from it or MP4 of whatever you're using. And it just kind of shows up as a videotape in the world. So you could basically even connect it even to online, which is really neat because not only can you watch YouTube and stuff like that on the TV screen here, but you can invite a friend into your room via the internet in order to play games like Time Crisis with you, or Mario Kart, or whatever the case may be. It's almost like you have another player in here in the room with you hanging out. So that's really freaking cool, and you can't beat that. I mean, it's like having your friends over when you're a kid. It's really cool. Quite interesting. There's a few YouTubers out there that have been doing like a kind of a co-op thing in their room, and it's interesting to see. But like I said, if you like what you saw, as always, all the links in the description will be below. There will be a link to exactly how to install this, how to customize things. Just follow the directions. It's fairly easy as long as you know how to move files around on your computer. And you really can't mess up anything too crazy because you can always just reinstall everything. But other than that, as always, thank you all very, very much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And we will see y'all on the next episode. Thank y'all so very much.